Hi guys, welcome along to another edition of Build with A&E. In this episode, we're going to be visiting the Regency Renovation, and I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a tour around the house, just to give you a general update on the things that have been going on there. There's also going to be a sneaky peeky of Ricky plasterboard in the ceiling as well. Stay tuned, enjoy the show, and I'll see you on the other side. What's up guys? So it is Friday and I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. So what I'll do is now I'll walk around the house and just give you little bits of information about what's going on in each room, just as a general update really. So in this room, which will be the kitchen, just waiting for me to finish the plastering off. The floor will need to be sanded as well, and then the kitchen will be fitted. So this room is pretty much done really. There's not a lot more to get on with in here. So into the drawing room, the plumbers I believe are finished in here and the electricians are nearly done. They've got the vast majority of their cables in. There's just some work to do over on the chimney rest over there. There's a TV going on the wall, so we've got to get some sockets in there, some sunken sockets. I believe they're actually called sink sockets. So what happens with those is they go into the wall and then your plug actually goes into the wall with it. So the actual finish, including your plug, is flush. So your TV can then sit right back against the wall. We're getting some shutters made for these as well. I'm not sure if you remember from a previous video, Tony actually knocked on this and thought that maybe within there would be some of the original shutters, but unfortunately they have been taken out at some stage. So yeah, we're getting those remade. That's about it in here. So in the dining room, the ceiling has been stripped in here. We've got a damp issue around here as well. I think what's caused it is this hedge out here was actually growing right up against the wall. There's a few areas outside where the render is blown. There's also a few places that we found that water has been getting in. So that has basically been destroying this plaster inside. We've had Damco around, our local specialists. They've recommended that we take the plaster off 300mm above the highest damp spot. So we're going to be coming about here really. And then that's going to have to be done with a special renovating plaster just to make sure we never have an issue like that again. And that unfortunately is going to be the case all through this bay, round to here by the looks of it. So in the grand hallway, I had to do a bit of damage yesterday. This area of plaster was literally just flapping and it was only a matter of time before it fell off. It was one door slam away from landing on somebody's head. So unfortunately we had to make the decision to remove as little as possible, because obviously with these old houses, plaster can just easily go. We could quite easily have taken that whole wall off and this whole wall off, but obviously the client and ourselves want to retain as much of the original features as possible, including this coving as well. And if we'd have taken most of this off, I mean, I have managed to save those bits. That bit in the corner is gone, but there was boxing that was put up here before and they'd already knocked that through. That wasn't us. So yeah, I'll have to get that plastered back in today. I've started filling a lot of the chases in, so they're all done, they're all good. This wall here has actually been rendered previously, so I'm not going to put lime plaster on there because all it's going to do is crack. I'm going to get on and put some hard wall in there. We're going to try and retain as many features as we can. There are going to be some bits which it's just not cost effective to restore, so we do need to use plasterboard in certain places. It's just the nature of the game really.
Today's task, insulating and boarding this ceiling. It's quite high, so I'm going to get a tower set up. Right, so this is the insulation we're going to be using. It's rock wool. It comes in sheets, which is 100mm thick and 600mm wide, 1.2 in length. Just easy to work with this way. You don't have to get the rolls and cut it up yourself. Gonna plasterboard it all now. As you can see, it looks good, looks nice and sealed. It's going to be nice and warm in here.
This is the toilet. Basically, it's just the shower at the minute. I'm gonna get this all plastered. We've got a towel rail to go here, toilet there, basin there. So all the services are gonna be brought straight up from underneath. So I'm gonna get all this plastered and then they can finish the second fix afterwards. In here as well, this is gonna be the utility room. Same sketch in here as well. All the services are gonna come up from the floor. I can crack on in here. I just need some sill boards fitting on there. And this can all be plastered out. So this here is our pile of floorboards. So these are all reclaimed floorboards. They've obviously been planed down. We are going to shrink the width slightly because they are quite wide. So we've just collected them yesterday from the reclamation yard. Moving up the stairs. So this is the landing. As you can see on that wall, there's a lot to do with patchwork. Quite a considerable amount has come off there. So what I'm going to do is, I know you love my how-to videos, so I'm going to do how-to lime plastering on that wall. So show you if you've ever been interested in how to do it. If you need to do it and you want to see how, I will show you the video soon. In here, this is a guest bedroom. Again, just a few patches. There was some water which had basically on the roof, there was a guttering which was leaking and that water had penetrated through the wall and I'd actually shot this area of plaster here. That's been remedied externally, so now this can all be patched up and problem solved. You've probably seen as well, we had to replace these joists in here because there was a lot of rot in there. So they're all good now to go. So yeah, it's just a bit more patching in here to finish. Fireplace to strip, and then it's back to the decorators. Plumbers are just getting set up ready for the manifolds. Because of the height of this house, we're going to have quite a lot of pumps and manifolds to make sure the pressure stays well throughout the house. So we're going to have a manifold in this cupboard. Neil's just clearing this out now, right mate? So basically we've got a sheet of ply on here which the manifolds are going to be mounted to. And then we've got basically our control panel. But yeah, we needed to remove that plaster because it was pretty much shot there, and obviously we had to put a pattress in here and all these had to go, so there was a small area left. So just for ease, we've stripped this off and then this can all be boarded then and re-skimmed in. Right, onto the master bedroom. Brickwork's been repointed up there because again that was all falling apart, and then it's just chases really in here. Nothing major going on, just a few chases here, there. We're going to extend this picture rail around through the bay window as well, because for some reason they just sort of stopped it there, which I do not know why, but hey ho. This door frame as well, Alex has had to redo all this because again this was all shot. We're actually going to narrow this ever so slightly as well, just so we can get a full width of architrave down the side, because the last thing we want is just to put a rubbish little bead in there. We like to have full architrave all the way around. Just looks a lot better, like we've actually thought about it. Right, in here, this is the master ensuite. That wall, unfortunately, another casualty. Yeah, it was shot, so we've had to take that off as well, unfortunately. We might try and save that, to be honest, but the problem is what we're going to be doing is plasterboarding this wall because it's a bathroom and there's going to be a lot of heat and moisture and change in temperature. This lime plaster won't really like that, so there's a good chance that we're going to have more cracks. You can see up here, there's a lot of cracking already in this, so this is all really loose as well. So unfortunately, it's going to mean that we're going to have to remove the rest of that. And then what we'll probably end up doing is plasterboarding this with moisture resistant board, just to make sure that the clients, don't have any issues further down the road. We're also going to have to put moisture resistant board on that wall as well, because the shower's going in there, and the same in that corner as well. Like I say, we want to keep as much as we can original and use as much lime plaster as possible, but unfortunately in some areas like this, which are going to be exposed to a high level of moisture and humidity, it's just not really feasible, to be honest. That's about it in here. I believe the plumbers are pretty much done their first fix. It looks like they are. Maybe just the waste to bring up there, but that is it. Sparkers are done as well. So it's just down to me now to start plastering in here. This is the guest ensuite. Not much to report in here. We need to get the floor down. This one and the master ensuite is having the new boards, well, the reclaimed boards that you saw downstairs a minute ago. They're going to go in here. There is a small element of plaster which is going to need to be taken off and redone. We're actually using main core upstairs, but it's basically guaranteed for a very long time. As long as you use their system, it's never going to fail, so it is a great solution. It's not the cheapest in the world, but at the end of the day you get what you pay for, so the clients have opted for this, which I think is a very wise choice. The last thing you want is any leaks or anything like that a couple of years down the line. A lot of plaster came off in here. Again, we've got the same sketch as we had in the master ensuite. We're having a shower in this corner, so there's going to be high levels of moisture and humidity, so lime plaster isn't going to be an ideal solution. So that will be moisture resistant board on that wall and this wall. I will lime plaster this wall though, as this is an external wall. It's good to keep the external walls breathable, so lime plaster wherever we can on those. Dave's just getting in the valves there, the basin. Very nice. Is that the basin? No, for the bath. The bath is going there. Hopefully you've enjoyed the little walk around. So guys, that's it. We've given you the tour of the house and hopefully you'll agree it is taking shape nicely. As usual, if you've liked our video, please like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. You've been watching me, John and the guys from Build with A&E. Until next time, take care.